It's the Sunday morning after our latest defeat, this time 4-1 at the hands of Liverpool. And am I unhappy about it? Probably not, because I kind of knew it was coming. I would be more disappointed if we had thought we had half a chance, but I don't think that was ever going to be the case. Am I pissed off with Slav? No, because it's actually got beyond that. I'm starting to feel sorry for him. I'm starting to feel pity for him, that he's still in that position. Am I annoyed with the team? The inept, gutless, apathetic display that we saw yet again. Yes, I am, but I'm so accustomed to it now. It's becoming part and parcel. I'd be more annoyed if we played consistently well and turned into a performance like that. But that level of performance is what we see week in, week out. So I can't even get annoyed at that anymore. It's just, we've got nearly as low as we can possibly get, I think, in terms of what they're giving us to look at and get excited about, which is nothing. And I think, to be honest, today, this weekend, this next couple of days are really, really going to be pivotal in the long-term history of West Ham, because I don't think there's any two ways about it. We are at a crossroads, and I'm not ranting about Slaven Bilic because I think he will be gone. I can't see that there's any way forward for him now. I think the board after yesterday would have woken up and they would have appreciated that the time has come. But they've got to make the next appointment the right appointment. My concern is there's an awful lot of talk that's been going around on social media that the name in the frame is David Moyes. Now, my take on it is, if they go for David Moyes, that's actually probably the only person that they could have picked, other than maybe bringing back Avram Grant, who is actually a downgrade from Slaven Bilic. He went to Sunderland, as is well documented. Everybody knows he took them down last season. He did a pretty rubbish job at, I think it was Real Sociedad. Everton, all right, he kept them ticking over. But I seem to recall that there were plenty of seasons where they were flirting around the bottom, then have a little spurt and get out of it. And I don't recall them ever playing, stunningly wonderful football. They were okay, but I think his recent couple of seasons, obviously had the diabolical little spell at Man United. Okay, that was always going to be tough going in to replace Ferguson, but again, he didn't really set the world alight there, and he's just on a downward spiral. And okay, he's cheap, he's out of work, and he probably takes 6 months to try and prove himself. But can we gamble on that? I don't think we can. The board. They say they're West Ham fans. Like bollocks, they're West Ham fans. They're businessmen, totally and utterly. And it makes me wonder how they run a business, because they are jeopardising the Premier League revenue over the next few seasons through going for a cheap option, potentially, of getting a man in who is not, again, going to take us on to the next level. Okay, there's good managers out there, and the likes of Ancelotti, the likes of Thomas Tuchel probably won't want to come. They want to just come and get embroiled in a relegation battle, and also knowing that the club aren't going to spend big on players. So managers like that are out of our league. I'd personally like to see somebody like Koeman who's available. I mean, okay, he screwed up Everton, but think back to last summer when people were talking about him as potentially the next Arsenal manager, or even going to Barcelona. There was some talk about that. He plays Dutch football. He plays total football. He's not afraid to blood youth. And I'd like to see him given a crack with the squad that we've got. But and again, I understand why the club won't want to try and buy another manager out of a contract. So somebody like Marco Silva or Rafa or people like that are ensconced in clubs that they're going to have to pay to get them out. And because they're tight-fisted, they won't do that either. So we're left with the pickings, the bare bones of what's out there that could do a half-decent job for us. But Moyes is not the man at all. No way, shape or form. You look at his sort of playing career. I think it was, Cambridge City, Shrewsbury, Dunfermline, and we won a you know, a medal for Celtic, which is probably playing in a league equivalent to like the Evo Stick Northern League or whatever it is. You know, Scottish football is crap. Everybody knows it. So, you know, what does he bring to the party? How are our so-called stars, you know, going to respect somebody like that? Koeman, he's played at the top level. At least he'll gain a little bit of respect there. But just no, Moyes isn't the man. So yeah, well, as I say, we're at a crossroads. I think the board need to. There's an old saying about you know, to speculate to accumulate. They need to speculate. They need to spend some money and get the right person in there that's going to galvanise their team. Somebody's got a bit of passion and a bit of bollocks about them. And all right, okay, yeah, Moyes gives it a rant, but he's, you know, he's not a West Ham style manager. He's not somebody who I think the majority of fans would want. And I'm sure, okay, we might get behind him for the first couple of games, but if it all starts going tits up very, very quickly, you know, we're going to have another hate figure like poor old Stav become. So that, you know, that's not great either. So we'll see what happens. By the time, you know, this goes out, it may well be all decided, and we may well have to just put up with who we've got. But hopefully, I just hope, you know, if the board really are true supporters, get on social media, listen to what the people want, and they don't want Moyes. You know, if Slav goes, good luck to him. You know, thanks for everything, but you weren't the right man for the job. And I'll remember you for a great season at the Bowling for the last season. Nobody will ever forget that. But we'll certainly be forgetting the last season and a half, because that has been absolutely dog shit. So hopefully he goes. Hopefully they clear his backroom staff out. There's another thing with Moyes, bringing Gary Neville's brother, bringing Phil Neville, the man who went in and assisted Neville to absolute nothingness to Valencia, and assisted Moyes in getting Sunderland relegated. So that's a real good number two they're bringing in there, if that's the case. It's time for the ball to wake up. Ideally, wake up and fuck off. But I think probably what'll happen, they'll get us relegated, because I just can't see us staying up. I think we're doomed. I think we're down. We could quite easily be another Leeds, another Wolves, another Villa. You know, there's some good teams down in that Championship. We've got no good divine right to stay up, but you know, their controls, you know, our destiny's in our own hands. We control things at the moment, and if we go down, I can't see us coming back up quickly. We could be down there. We could be like Leeds, big club, big empty stadium, playing rubbish teams. That's not being disrespectful, but you know, if you've got a chance of playing Man City, you've got a chance of playing Barnsley, no brainer. And we could be in for a long old dose of that unless they get this decision right. I don't think they will. I think we're doomed, but you know, let's just hope. Come on, you irons.